At first glance, these organized plots of land look like traditional agriculture, but look closer. The physical dirt is actually a highly tracked, data-driven environment. Soil moisture, nutrient levels, and crop health are extracted by satellites and ground sensors. Physical reality is immediately translated into continuous streams of digital code. Tech companies pitch this mass extraction as pure efficiency, better yields with less waste. Yet pulling that much raw data off the land steadily shifts operational control away from the people walking the fields. The challenge of modern agriculture has moved from the soil to the servers. Control over the harvest now requires control over the algorithms that manage the farm. Joshua Chibui, a researcher at Leiden University, argues that the digitalization of agriculture is actually a crisis of political authority. Take a look at this flowchart. Raw farm metrics funnel into a central black box algorithm. The resulting outputs dictate a farm's sustainability claims, its eligibility for government subsidies, and its actual credit score. If an automated system holds the power to approve a loan or deny a grant, we have to ask, whose version of reality is the institution actually trusting? Treating agricultural AI as a straightforward technical upgrade obscures the steady erosion of the farmer's operational authority. Most academic critiques of digital farming focus on money. They examine the extreme economic leverage that massive tech and machinery corporations hold over local producers. Producers buy the machinery, but they face strict platform lock-in. They are forced to rely entirely on proprietary hardware and software ecosystems to keep their businesses running. European policymakers have attempted to curb these practices by introducing voluntary codes of conduct for data sharing, but voluntary guidelines struggle to correct deep structural imbalances in bargaining power. Pinpointing economic monopolies and repair restrictions is accurate, but it misses a deeper issue: the systemic erasure of the farmer's lived expertise. This brings us to Chibui's core argument, a philosophical concept called epistemic injustice. As this definition highlights, it is a specific wrong done to someone in their capacity as a knower. Digital platforms classify agricultural workers strictly as data-generating sources. The system vacuums up their metrics while completely dismissing the localized, contextual knowledge they have built over decades. Imagine a remote sensing satellite flags a field for a compliance violation based on a strict moisture metric. The person walking that field knows a recent unseasonal frost required a temporary shift in watering. Look at this scale representing the institutional outcome. The governing body doesn't ask for context. The algorithm's output automatically becomes the default truth. Because the system weighs code heavier than context, affected farmers are denied standing as credible mowers, unable to defend their actions. Machine data is legally permitted to override lived experience, effectively erasing the human element from the administrative process. To correct this, Chibui points to institutional changes. Farmers require legally enforceable data access rights to see exactly how they are categorized and to prevent corporate lock-in. Algorithmic transparency is useless if the system's underlying code and metrics cannot be challenged or changed by the people they govern. Protecting this localized expertise preserves the very legitimacy of democratic governance itself. Automated systems promise flawless efficiency, but complex physical environments demand human context, an understanding of local variables, and the capacity to navigate uncertainty. Permitting algorithms to bypass human context trades fairness and justice for a thin illusion of efficiency. For technological progress in our food systems to actually work, human knowledge must be integrated as a core component of the operating system, not treated as an obstacle to optimize away.